jealousy is cruel as the grave. And he was a man that lived on jealousy for 70 years. And he suffers from that desperately. And people call him old and querulous and whatever.
Jealousy, betrayal, and hidden rivalries? Hollywood's glamorous golden age wasn't just about dazzling lights, red carpets, and blockbuster films. Behind the curtains, some of the biggest legends of cinema carried grudges that lasted decades. Few stories reveal this darker side of stardom more clearly than those of Anthony Quinn, a two-time Oscar-winning actor who, shortly before his death, admitted that he lived with jealousy and bitterness for most of his life. For nearly 70 years, he carried grudges against fellow actors, directors, and even friends. And in one shocking confession, he revealed the 5 Hollywood stars he hated the most. Welcome back to Hollywood Star News, where we uncover the untold stories of Hollywood's past and present. Today's episode is not just another nostalgic look at the silver screen. It's a journey into the raw emotions and rivalries that shaped an era. Stay with us for the next few minutes, because by the end, you'll see Anthony Quinn in a light you may have never imagined. Now, let's dive into the names, some expected and some truly surprising, on Quinn's personal blacklist. Marlon Brando, the rivalry of titans. When it comes to Anthony Quinn and Marlon Brando, Hollywood witnessed one of the most fiery rivalries in film history. Both men were method actors, deeply committed to their craft, and both were celebrated for their intensity. Quinn was known for his explosive passion, Brando for his groundbreaking naturalism. But rather than admiration, their similarities bred hostility. Brando's habit of improvising lines, showing up late, and breaking the rules infuriated Quinn, who believed in discipline and respect on set. To Quinn, Brando was reckless and unimaginative. To Brando, Quinn was rigid and unimaginative. Their feud often spilled into gossip columns, fueling public speculation. Yet beneath the hostility, there was grudging respect. Both men recognized each other's brilliance, but the competition for roles and recognition was relentless. Brando's fame often overshadowed Quinn, and that sting of being in someone else's shadow never truly left him. John Wayne. Ideology and ego collide. Anthony Quinn's rivalry with John Wayne wasn't just about acting. It was about politics, ideology, and clashing personalities. Wayne embodied conservative American values, the all-American cowboy, unshakable and patriotic. Quinn, by contrast, embraced progressive ideas and brought fiery, emotional depth to his roles. Their interactions were charged with friction. Quinn's rebellious spirit clashed with Wayne's traditionalism. On set and at Hollywood parties, disagreements often turned into heated arguments. Even their portrayals of masculinity were at odds. Wayne was the stoic lawman. Quinn was the conflicted outsider. This wasn't just a personal rivalry, it was a reflection of the cultural tensions in post-World War II America. Wayne represented the old guard. Quinn embodied change. Their relationship was a microcosm of a divided Hollywood. Elizabeth Taylor, beauty, talent, and conflict. When Elizabeth Taylor and Anthony Quinn worked together, sparks flew, but not always the kind audiences saw on screen. Taylor was a perfectionist, meticulous in her craft, while Quinn thrived on raw improvisation. This mismatch often caused chaos. On films like The Sandpiper, 1965, Taylor's insistence on rehearsals clashed with Quinn's spontaneous style. Heated arguments broke out over how scenes should be played. Crew members recalled tense atmospheres where both actors fought for dominance on set. And yet, their chemistry was undeniable. The same friction that made working together difficult translated into electric performances on screen. Their partnership was proof that sometimes conflict can fuel artistry. Otto Preminger, the dictatorial director. If Quinn despised anyone for creative reasons, it was Otto Preminger, one of Hollywood's most demanding directors. Preminger was notorious for his iron-fisted control over every detail of his films. For Quinn, who valued emotional truth and freedom in his performances, Preminger's rigid style felt suffocating. During The Man with the Golden Arm, 1955, their disagreements nearly derailed production. Preminger wanted precision, Quinn wanted authenticity. Their arguments were legendary, and both refused to back down. Yet despite the clashes, their collaborations produced powerful cinema. This feud highlights one of Hollywood's oldest struggles: directors seeking control versus actors demanding freedom. Quinn embodied the fiery artist, Preminger the unyielding commander. Together, they created sparks, both on and off the screen. Frank Sinatra, style versus substance. Unlike the explosive rivalries with Brando or Wayne, Anthony Quinn's tension with Frank Sinatra was subtle, but no less significant. Sinatra was a superstar, not just in film, but in music and culture. He cultivated an image of charm and influence, surrounded by his famous Rat Pack. Quinn, however, saw Sinatra as a product of style over substance. To Quinn, true artistry came from depth, not charisma. Sinatra, on the other hand, likely viewed Quinn as too serious and intense for Hollywood's evolving star culture. They competed quietly, at award shows, on sets, and at Hollywood gatherings. Insiders described their interactions as cold politeness rather than open hostility. It wasn't a headline-making feud, but a quiet clash of philosophies, artistry versus celebrity. Anthony Quinn's list of rivals reveals much more than personal grudges. It reflects the very nature of Hollywood during its golden age, an industry built on talent, ego, politics, and image. These rivalries shaped not only Anthony Quinn's career, but also the cultural landscape of American cinema. From Brando's revolutionary method to Wayne's traditional conservatism, from Taylor's glamour to Preminger's iron control, and Sinatra's effortless stardom, each name on Quinn's list represents a different piece of Hollywood's complex puzzle. Anthony Quinn was a man of passion, brilliance, and yes, bitterness. His rivalries remind us that Hollywood's golden glow often hid shadows of jealousy, conflict, and unspoken truths. Behind the smiles on screen, the battles off-screen were just as dramatic. But now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the stars Anthony Quinn admitted he hated? Were his grudges justified, or was he simply consumed by jealousy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's untold rivalries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hollywood Star News, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another story from the golden age of cinema. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.